Hello, welcome back to Ponies Miniatures. And I've got another regiment of Swiss. These are the 3rd Swiss regiment. And did them different, well, the officer did a different pose. You can see clearly enough. Yeah, I prefer this officer. I mean, because he's taking his hat off, egging the men forward, and plus you get a much better facial definition on this officer, opposed to the one wearing the hat. Let's see if I can just zoom in a touch. Yeah, these are the black facings on this 3rd Swiss regiment. Particularly like the drummer variation on this regiment. So yeah, it had to be done. Sure, it's focusing in there. Good. That's not too bad, is it? So that's them. Fusiliers at the back. I forget which company these are. Someone can tell me. I haven't got my paperwork spare with me to check. Don't know, maybe the 3rd company? Might be wrong. Anyway, the black facings. Oh, hey, they were so good to do. The black facings really made them stand out. I thought, no, in the white piping, you know, on the cuffs. I think these are my favourite ones to date out of the Swiss regiments. Okay, what else have I got? Faulty gears, haven't I? Somewhere. Faulty gears here. And just a different variation on the faulty gears. Shackle plumage, a short plume. I did this time. I could have done some fancy work on there. That ammunition pouch, you know, denoting that they actually are faulty gears, and these ones are grenadiers and these ones are fusiliers. But as time was getting on, just to really get them out, to be honest. Let's see. Grenadiers. So you can see from above on the epaulets they've got that bit of distinctive black piping. That denotes the 3rd Regiment, even though they don't need it really, because you can see it on the jacket and the cuffs. The collar is black, so it's quite obvious that the 3rd. I just took my time really with these ones. Again, let's see on the jacket, on the top, on the buttons, there's a bit of white piping. I really tried to bring that out on these models this time, and yeah, it worked, so I was happy with that. Well, let's have some more Grenadiers. One of them's got a good face. I don't know which one it is. Yeah, I think it's him, isn't it? You can see his teeth. It's the only one that has his mouth open out of the other guys. He's trying to capture his teeth there. So I'll capture that. Just the usual highlights as well, really, on the red. Same as the last video. I did the trousers a bit different. Did some grey actually. I keep changing my technique on trousers, just experimenting, you know. So I did a bit of grey highlighting in the recesses. Judging by some artwork, you see some Napoleonic artwork around, and you see a lot of grey in the trousers, you know. So I tried to capture that. Don't know if you can see on some of these. I did this one so it's scattering a bit in a few different directions. So the formation has been broken up by some artillery fire or something, you know. Went to the a charity shop near home the other day and found this old magazine. Military modelling. So it's pretty good. I mean, it dates back to 1982, and there was you got little miniatures there, and old. Don't know if anyone remembers. Are they still around? Rune Quest. All sorts of games and manufacturers. Some might have not be here anymore, I guess, since it was 1982. There's one of Rose Miniatures. I don't know if any of you older gamers remember doing any of those miniatures. So there's Rose Tradition miniatures. It's cool, a bit of yeah, nostalgia there with the history. So there's actually a dozen of these in the charity shop, and so I thought I'd pick one up for 50 pence. Some nice camels. I don't know what game that is. I don't know what it is. Wolsey's campaign in Egypt in 1882. Yeah, bit of nostalgia there. Military modelling. I don't know. I probably don't do it anymore, I guess, but they changed its name. But anyway, I've got another project on the way after the Swiss, so I'm going to do these as a side project. I've got no Austrians, but I've always fancied doing these cavalry for obvious reasons. I mean, wow. I think these are going to be the Hessen-Homburg regiment, Hessen-Homburg. They're a bit more fiddly than the other French cavalry, to be honest. I'll show you what I mean. So I've already glued them and sprayed them, based them. So there's a thing on the back of the saddle there. You had to glue on a little attachment, you see, with the embroidered insignia there. And at first I was looking on the sprue, what the heck is that? Where does that go? The cavalryman. I mean, crikey Norris. But I have some problems with this thing on the side here. So they might fall off. They're just hanging on with a bit of glue. So I thought an idea. Is it possible you could very, very carefully heat them up, melt them on with a bit of heat rather than glue? Would it stay on longer? More secure, I should say. I don't know. But yeah. Took a little bit putting together carefully. So these guys are gonna look like that. It's not the Hessen-Homburg. Hessen-Homburg is that one. So the green uniform I deliberated in the model shop, and I came up with this colour for the jacket. Lime green. I'm hoping it's gonna work. I hope it's not too light. But it seems that has a match. It has a match. I got some wood green as well. Some Citadel wood green. So I'm gonna mess around with these two on the jackets. Hopefully it turns out good. So yeah, so that's a completed Swiss regiment. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. All right.